of the Valentine's.
Hi everybody! In today's video, I'm going to dissect and analyze the absolute masterpiece that the 5th gen K-pop group Young Posse recently released. It's called Cold, and it's an emotional roller coaster that will blow your mind. Before watching the rest of the video, I'll warn you all that we will discuss several heavy topics, including suicide, abandonment, and online bullying and harassment. If you feel like that might trigger you, then I suggest you click away now. There's no shame in doing so, as I myself would have been triggered by this a while back. Always think of your health and well-being first. I also want to say that these are my own speculations, meaning that nothing is confirmed. I'm just telling you what I've noticed and what I believe went down in this music video. This does not make my opinion and my guess is correct. I sincerely suggest you go watch the music video first to get your own point of view. Believe me, it will be worth your time. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section, but remember to always be respectful of other people's opinions. That's all, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start off by putting down the basics of the MV. The song is sung by Young Posse, as well as the South Korean soloist 10 centimeters. While all 5 members of Young Posse play a character in the MV, 10 centimeters is not a part of it. Instead, the main cast consists of the Taiwanese actor, Sang Jin-hwa, and of course, the 5 Young Posse members, Sun Yi, Yeon-young, Jiana, Do-yeon, and Ji-yeon. The main characters are, in my opinion, played by Yeon-young, Do-yeon, and Jin-hwa. Yeon-young and Jin-hwa's characters are siblings, though that is not apparent at the start of the MV. Do-yeon's character seems to be a regular schoolgirl at first, who just happens to go to the same school as Yeon-young's character, though we later find out that's not the case. The other Young Posse members play the friends of Do-yeon's character. Before we dive into the analysis of this brilliant music video, I've decided that I will refer to these characters by the actors' names, since we don't actually know the names of the characters. It will just be easier that way. Let's start at the very beginning of the MV. We see Do-yeon walking down the stairs to an underground tunnel at night. When she turns a corner, she's surrounded by 4 guys. They seem very intimidating and end up backing her into a corner. You can see how scared she is as the guys just come closer and closer. Then a guy, Jin-hwa, appears and pushes the men to the side before grabbing a hold of Do-yeon and pulling her with him. How nice, right? Well, it's not actually that simple, but that's something we'll get to later. The next day at school, Do-yeon is seen showing her friends a picture of Jin-hwa. They tease her, like regular friends do, and then they help her shop for what I'm guessing is a date, or a meeting with Jin-hwa. The scene then switches to Do-yeon, dressed in the clothes her friends picked out, as she rings a doorbell. The camera angle switches to inside the house, and you can see Jin-hwa opening the door, expecting to see Do-yeon there. But instead, a crying Yeon-young stands there. He wipes her tears and hugs her tightly. Why is she sad? You may ask. Well, I'll talk about that later in the video. It switches back to the supposed date, and we see Do-yeon looking around in Jin-hwa's home. She stops at a drawing of 3 people, smiling next to a house. What draws her attention is another person, standing next to them, but his face has been colored over with a black crayon. They then go on to do regular dating things, and being cute together, as well as Jin-hwa taking pictures of Do-yeon. This will be important later, so remember that. The next day, Do-yeon goes to school like normal, but everybody seems to be staring at her. You can see Do-yeon is a bit confused, but she walks up to her friends like usual. Only this time, they leave as soon as she comes up to them, leaving her alone. This clearly hurts her, and confused, she picks up her phone, which is when she sees something that leaves her horrified. We then get to see Yeon playing cards with her friends at a bar, the same group of guys that attacked Do-yeon in the beginning. Yeon waved goodbye to them and started to walk home, but then she came to a sudden stop. She stares at something in front of her, as her eyes begin to tear up. She's looking at a man and a woman, who seem to be waiting for someone. Do-yeon then appears, hugging them both and talking happily with them. This is when the pieces start to fit together, and we realize that every single part of this had been planned. You see, throughout the MV, we get to see small snippets of a man, seemingly leaving his wife and his 2 children. His daughter, not realizing that their dad is leaving them, happily tries to show him a picture that she drew. The same picture that Jinghua had hanging on his wall. The same picture where the dad's face has been painted over. If you hadn't already guessed it, the 2 children are Yeon and Jinghua, whose father left them when they were little. Another clip of their mother bursting into tears is seen, and then it cuts to Yeon when she's older. She's holding a necklace in her hand, with a picture of her mother inside, hinting that the mother took her own life after her husband left her. Rewinding back to when Yeon was on her way home after hanging out with her friends, the man she stops to observe is her father. Her father, that's currently holding onto another woman than her mom, and hugging Do-yeon, his child that's not her, or Jinghua. She bursts into tears and runs to her brother, who hugs her. The same scene that we went through earlier, which I know since she's wearing the same clothes. I believe that this is when they started to plan their revenge. They start by asking Yeon's friends to surround Do-yeon late at night, so that Jinghua can come in and save her. This makes Do-yeon trust him, and it's a great way of introducing them to each other, without it feeling forced. He then made her think that he liked her, going on dates with her, and even taking pictures of her. Remember when I told you to remember those pictures? This is why. Jinghua used those photos to later Photoshop her into what I'm assuming are inappropriate and sexual pictures. I came to this conclusion because of a scene from the teasers to this MV, where you can see Jinghua literally taking pictures of her face and then photoshopping it onto someone else. Also, I guess this was the case, based on the others' reactions as well. How Do-yeon's friends did not want to sit with her, and how everybody else was staring. So, they tricked Do-yeon into taking photos that they later manipulated into other photos. But what was the point of all this? What did they want to achieve? In all of the scenes we saw before, we can see Yeon watching Do-yeon. The time when Jinghua saved Do-yeon. When Do-yeon was showing pictures of her crush to her friends. When Do-yeon was posting pictures of her and Jinghua online. And when Do-yeon was walking into the school after the Photoshop pictures were posted. Yeon was always there, waiting for the final part of their plan to start. And what was that? You may ask. The last part of their plan was put at the end of the MV, and it's time to go through that. All I can say is, prepare yourself. Do-yeon is seen on top of the school's roof, crying, while looking at the comments of the Photoshop pictures. A few feet behind her stands Yeon, filming Do-yeon from behind. You can see Do-yeon in the camera, before the camera angle changes, but after it changes back, she's no longer there, indicating that she jumped to end her life because of the photos and the malicious comments. Yeon just stands there, hands shaking as she stares at the place Do-yeon jumped from. Jinghua then approaches her and takes the phone from her. The camera briefly cuts to the scene where their dad left them, Yeon crying, while Jinghua just angrily stares after his father. As it switches back, we can tell that their roles have stayed the same. Yeon feeling shocked and sad, while Jinghua's anger makes him send the video of Do-yeon jumping to an unknown number. All we can see is that the number had a photo. Usually, it's a photo of the person who has that number, but this time, It's simply a picture of that drawing, specifically the crossed-out dad, which means that they sent the video to their and Do-yeon's father to make him realize that he lost his most precious thing. That's where the MV ends, and wow, was it heartbreaking. But what does this all mean? What are they trying to say with this? The question of the whole music video is, how could you be so cold? Which we can rephrase into, how could you do something like that? The answer to that question is pain. Yeon Young and Jing Hua were in so much pain after their father left them for another family. Their mother and Do-yeon were in so much pain that they both chose to end their life. By leaving, their dad not only killed their mother, but also left his two children alone without either one of their parents. They were abandoned by both of them, but only one was to blame: their father. I don't think that they saw it as revenge. They were simply trying to destroy their dad's life, the same way he destroyed their mother's and theirs life. In short, pain is so powerful that it makes us do things we otherwise wouldn't do, things to hurt others and ourselves, so that they can feel the same type of pain we ourselves are experiencing. A theory that I'm starting to believe in is that the different scenes and the storyline actually symbolizes the things K-pop idols have to go through. Though I doubt it's intentional, or at least not the primary reason for this music video, I still see the similarities, and I think they might indirectly be hinting at the horrible things going on in the industry. The photoshopping can be interpreted as the problem with deep fake that has put many female idols in situations that shouldn't be happening. If you don't know what deep fake is, then I'll briefly explain it to you. Deep fake websites, which are websites close to porn sites, have been posting pretty much every female K-pop idol naked. They fake the idols being naked by photoshopping them onto another body, or simply editing a picture to make it look like they aren't wearing any clothes. Disgusting, right? Next, Do-yeon being tricked into dating Jing Hua is similar to how idols get tricked into thinking their fans support and love them, but the moment they even look in the wrong direction, they get hated on by those very fans that used to be so loving. Lastly, this is an interpretation that I genuinely believe was intentional. The suicides based on abandonment and hate comments is something that is very accurate in the industry. It's been the fate of so many idols and entertainers. Song Ji-rim, Sulli, Gu Hera, Moonbin, Kim Jong-un, and most recently, Kim Se-ron's death, which was discovered on the 17th of February this very year. When are we going to stop? How many idols and entertainers have to die before we change? Pain makes us do things that we otherwise wouldn't do, like ending our lives, so when are we going to stop being the reason behind all that pain? This is on all of us. Their death symbolizes our failure in protecting and loving them. Just because they are public figures doesn't give us the right to become murderers. So before you post a hate comment, ask yourself, how could I be so cold? Are you going to become a killer, responsible for people's death, or are you going to become part of the change that will keep people all over the world alive? The choice is yours. That's it for this video. As I said, this music video is simply amazing, and I hope it gets more recognition in the future. But for now, this is it. Don't forget to subscribe and comment your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching, and thereby supporting my small channel. Hopefully I'll see you soon.